Hello everyone, welcome back to another rap battle reaction. Today we got Benoit Blanc versus Hercule Poirot. This is by Freshy Canal. This video was suggested by two people. Gifted ASF and that one gamer, thank you so much for the suggestion. I appreciate it. But I must announce that I have watched this like 7 times already because I didn't know that people would suggest this to react to because I don't know who either Benoit Blanc or Hercule Poirot was, and I didn't know anyone else was going to hop in uh, the rap battle. That would explain why it's 7 minutes long, but I didn't think of it at the time. I didn't look at the time. But I only know like 2 characters that hop in. Anyway, the original video as well as Freshy Canal's channel will be linked in the description below. Go support them in any way you possibly can. Like, comment, subscribe to them, all that good stuff. And if you have anything you want me to react to, go and let me know in the comment section down below. I read every single comment. That being said, let's go. And also, Gifted ASF, you're right, this is peak. This is like the best rap battle I've ever seen. Turn the shit on.
Mon Dieu, this poor man's been attacked. Don't panic though, have some confidence. Murder's on the track are exactly what I am strongest in. Ah, Monsieur Blanc, is it your, how you say, incompetent? Something here's afoot, so watch me once again go stomp on You're too puzzled with these long metaphors that you use to accomplish or prove nothing. Rule out people, then you deduce from it. So what do you do? So they get a clue with it. The genres are crucially true, so the genre regurgitative spoof from it. If you're wondering who Blanc is easy to accuse, or reducing and who done it, to a who's dumbest. The best detective's not likely. 007, herbs and spices. The only sense he's left is outdressed, and that's cause Inspector called a new stylist. I'll detect every tiny detail cause my mind magnifies it. Yet what I'll never find is Benoit Blanc than the invite list. You're an imposter in hot water, like Among Us in the bathtub. So full of crap cause that bobcat accent you yap it because they axe up. Contrive your way into my brain with writing help from Ryan. Mon ami, there's only one grey cell I'll let you see inside of.
Yeah, so I just want to point out that this is the same body actor as James Bond from Epic Rap Battles of History, which is incredible.
This poor man's been attacked. Don't panic though, have some confidence. Murders on the track are exactly what I am strongest in.
Murders on the track are exactly what I am strongest in. They're detectives. Hercule Poirot is a detective. Of course, he had to solve a murder on a train, and you get it. I'm sure. Rap battle track, murder on the track.
Ah, Monsieur Blanc, is it your, how you say, incompetent? Something here's afoot, so watch me once again go stomp on
I don't know what he was going to say here, but I'm assuming he was going to say shit or something. Cause it just feels like he was going to say shit. I don't know.
You're too puzzled with these long metaphors that you use to accomplish or prove nothing. Rule out people, then you deduce from it. So what do you do? So they get a clue with it.
Clue. Clue. I'm stuck. Hold on. Which one? Okay, so Clue is the board where you, yeah, okay. So Clue is the game where you got to go different places, say who did it. So you basically, he just basically described the game right here. You rule out people, you deduce from who you think it is, and yeah, basically that's it. Basically saying that you fucking ruined the genre of murder mystery. And I don't know, I haven't watched Knives Out, and I haven't watched Hercule Poirot's movie or whatever it is, but
if you're wondering who Blanc is easy to accuse or reducing and who done it.
A whodunit is basically the genre of the movie, murder mystery, a whodunit, you know.
To a who's dumbest.
I'll get that
one. The best detective's not likely. 007, herbs and
007, herbs and spices. Because, again, he is the body actor for James Bond and Epic Rap Battle of History, and calling him 007 Herbs and Spices, which is KFC.
Herbs and spices,
basically saying that he's just a old, worn out James Bond.
He said he slept his old dress, and that's because Inspector called a new
Because Inspector called a new stylist. I don't get that.
stylist. I'll detect every tiny detail, cause my mind might
I don't get that.
identifies it, yet what I'll never find is Benoit Blanc on the invite list.
I could imagine not wanting to add a detective to your invite list, so.
An imposter in hot water, like Among Us in the bathtub.
I don't get that bar. That one is confusing. I get that it's like, oh, imposter was murder mystery, whatever, but like I still don't get it.
So full of crap, cause that bobcat accent you yap it because they
Basically saying, I think he's saying that the accent is fake. I guess it was obviously fake, I don't know.
axe up. Come drive your way into my brain with writing help from Ryan. Mon ami, there's only one gray cell I'll let you see inside of.
I don't get the gray cell, but jail.
This case is like an egg. What I mean is you can't stand it. That's all right. Enter Benoit Blanc. Right. He's here to crack it. And I ask that you retract all your dull points like a fake nine. That mustache mask alone's covering up a crack. Your far-fetched farming dreams will have to wait time. The only thing you've planted in the soil is your late wife. It's not a mystery since seeing him be so wicked that dang Agatha Christie wish she'd never been written. But please, before you diss me, consider the win conditions. Watch it blow up in your face, literally. Why are you tripping? Collected evidence confirms this decorated veteran possessed the intent to disperse this gentleman, thus making his murder a second. You'll certainly switch your profession up. Now learn the taste of your own medicine. Too bad I couldn't have served him early and prevented his heart from letting out. Sorry.
Alright, yeah.
There's only one gray cell I'll let you see inside of.
This case is like an egg. What I mean is you can't stand it.
Does he not like eggs? Does Hercule Poirot not like eggs?
That's all right. Enter Benoit Blanc. Right. He's here to
Here to crack the case, crack the egg. You get that.
crack it. And I ask that you retract all your dull points like a
Dull points like a fake knife. It's dull. Dull point, not sharp. You get that.
fake nine. That mustache mask alone's
The mustache mask alone is covering up a crime. I don't get that one, but I'm assuming his mustache is fake. I don't know.
covering up a crack. Your far-fetched farming dreams
Your far-fetched farming
will have
dreams
to wait time.
will have to wait tight. The only thing you've buried in the soil is your late wife. That's a haymaker right there. I don't know what happened to Hercule Poirot's wife, but I can look it up. Give me a second. Okay, got something here. A haunting in Venice. Hercule Poirot's wife, Catherine, is a significant presence, though she's deceased. Catherine's death in a train accident while visiting Poirot in the hospital leaves him deeply affected, influencing his relationships and beliefs. Her death is said to be the catalyst for Poirot's pursuit of a life of deduction as he seeks a distraction from his grief and the loss of love. It's also believed that Poirot's mustache is a tribute to Catherine, who's advised him to grow one to cover a scar. Oh, covering a crime. Okay. Covering a scar. Okay, I got that. Okay.
The only thing you've planted in the soil is your late wife. It's not a mystery since seeing him be so wicked that dang
Agatha Christie. Agatha Christie. Murder on the Orient Express. She wrote a lot of murder mysteries. Let's see. Hold on. Give me a second. Okay, so she did write Hercule Poirot, and I guess she didn't really want him to be written because she died in 1970, I think. 1976, January 12th. Yeah.
Agatha Christie wish she'd never been written. But please, before you diss me, consider the win conditions. Watch it blow up in your face, literally. Why are you tripping?
Okay, so consider the wind conditions. Watch it blow up in your face like how wind blows. But why are you tripping? Wire explosives? I guess there was a wired explosive in one of these movies. I don't know.
Collected evidence confirms this decorated veteran possessed the intent to disperse this gentleman, thus making his murder a second.
I don't get that one, but I guess he's talking about the dead body they found.
Switch your profession up, now learn the taste of your own medicine. Too bad I couldn't have served him early and prevented his heart from
Too bad I couldn't have served him earlier and prevented his heart from letting up. Uh, Hercule Poirot death was Poirot's last case. Hercule Poirot's death is depicted as a result of failing to take his heart medication after he solved his final case and committed a murder. Specifically, he chooses not to take his amyl nitrate pills, which he used to treat his coronary heart disease, leading to his demise. The novel implies he died shortly after solving his final case and committing murder. So I guess he did kill someone. That's insane. Also, learn the taste of your own medicine, because he doesn't take his medicine. Alright.
From letting up.
Sorry to interrupt your skirmish, detectives. I'm Lieutenant Columbo. I'd like to ask a few questions. Never been the kind of man to act tough, but don't force my hands or I'll show you how catch 'em. I know you smart types all have your methods, but Blanc, it's awful suspicious to find you next to that lifeless body arguing with it. Poirot, you said you worked with cops, but what I'm trying to figure out, you spent all that time in Brussels, never tried one of their sprouts. And I'm sorry for your loss. Wives can nag at you for a while, but even after the murder, you're still living in denial. Mr. Blanc, he inspired your act, right? In fact, I can tell, cause a donut's not the kind of hole some would describe you as. Spent weeks abroad stressing your husband, suspicious, isn't it? Don't be the first man to catch a case while social distancing. That's all, boy. Whoever did this must have been some posh snob. Oh, just one more thing, how much those watches cost?
Okay, L's coming in. I haven't watched Columbo at all.
I'm
But I
Lieutenant
do know who he is.
Columbo. I'd like to ask a few questions. Never been the kind of man to act tough, but don't force my hands or I'll show you.
Or I'll show you how catch 'em. Give me a second to look that up. Apparently, how catch 'em is a type of story. In a how catch 'em mystery, like those in the television series Columbo, the audience knows who the killer is, and the detective's job is to gather the evidence and prove their guilt. That kind of, I don't like that, actually. So it's basically like Phoenix Wright. You know who kills them, but like you gotta figure out who the fuck it is.
Show you how catch 'em. I know you smart types all have your methods, but Blanc, it's awful suspicious to find you next to that lifeless body arguing with it.
He's basically saying, Perot, you're dead. Benoit, why are you arguing with the dead man?
Poirot, you said you worked with cops, but what I'm trying to figure out, you spent all that time in Brussels, never
Spent all that time in Brussels.
tried one of their
Never tried one of those sprouts. I don't get that, but I know Brussels sprouts. I get that.
sprouts, and I'm sorry for your loss. Wives can nag at you
Sorry for your loss. Wives can nag at you for a while.
but even after the murder.
Who did Hercule murder? Okay, give me a second. I found it. In his final case, Hercule Poirot murders Stephen Norton. Norton, a hotel guest, had been manipulating others to commit murder, and it caused the deaths of 5 people without facing conviction. Poirot, who was also suffering from a weak heart, decided to kill Norton to stop him from causing further harm. Okay. All right.
Murder, you're still living in denial.
I don't get this one. I'm guessing he had something to do with his wife's death, and now that he's killed the murder, his wife's murder, he's still like, I do feel good.
Well, Mr. Blanc, he inspired your act, right? In fact, I can tell, cause a donut's not the kind of hole some would describe you as.
I'm guessing Benoit Blanc Hercule Poirot inspired Benoit Blanc. I'm guessing that's the thing here. And also they described him as an asshole, not a donut hole. What the fuck?
Spent weeks abroad stressing your husband.
Spent weeks abroad stressing your husband. What? Oh! Benoit Blanc is gay. Okay, I did not know that, but alright.
Husband suspicious, isn't it? Don't be the first.
You'll be the first man to catch a
And
case
to catch a case with social
while social distancing. A murder case, catch a case of COVID.
distancing, that's all, boy. Whoever did this must have been some posh snob. Oh, just one more thing.
How much those watches cost? Gotta look that up. In the Columbo TV series, Columbo's watch is a relatively inexpensive model, costing him around $30. As he notes in the episode Old Fashioned Murder, he contrasts this with a more expensive watch, implying that a higher price doesn't necessarily guarantee accuracy. The watch in question is a simple, potentially low-grade electro watch with a claimed unbreakable mainspring, which Columbo later discredits. So basically, I'm guessing that means he's saying that they're not accurate at all? I don't know.
Much those watches cost.
Interesting indeed, Lieutenant. I'll have to stop you right there. Don't think you're in successor just because you're growing white hair.
Alright, give me a second. N is another guy. He's the younger of L's two successors, I guess. 17-year-old detective. All right. His hair is Snow White. That's basically why he's saying that.
How typical, it's rich men who you target as suspects, but my suspicions of your guilt have grown beyond just 1%. So yes, I'd hardly call you qualified for solving this man's death. The fake eye tells me your perception skills are far out of their depth. In all of your episodes, it's the same stars you're opposing. Well, this time Rob Culp's the culprit. Fantastic job, Sherlock Holmes. You take what's known, rediscover it. Less Columbo, more Columbus. Not glass eyes, but glass tears before you ever cracked a glass onion. Your entire charade is built on lies and folk tales. That body seems like just another target, Mr. Fault-tailed.
So his verse was the shortest one ever. Maybe 3 lines.
You're in successor just because you're growing white hairs. How typical, it's rich men who
How typical it's rich men you target as suspects, as previously said. The watches theft.
you target as suspects, but my suspicions of your guilt have grown beyond just 1%.
He's basically saying he's guilty.
So yes, I'd hardly call you qualified for solving this man's death. The fake eye tells me your perception.
Fake eye. Fake eye. Let's see. Oh. Lieutenant Columbo, the character portrayed by Peter Falk, wore a fake eye, a prosthetic or glass eye in real life. This was due to a medical condition where Falk lost his right eye when he was 3 years old after a tumor was removed. This condition is also what gave Columbo his signature squint.
Perception skills are far out of their depth.
Your perception skills are far out of their depth. Depth perception. Basically what you see right here. Basically.
In all of your episodes, it's the same stars you're
It's the same stars you're opposing.
Well, this time
Rob Culp's the culprit. Good, fantastic job, Sherlock Holmes. Rob Culp. Robert Culp, fire captain. OCFA. Okay. Oh, he passed away recently. Lung cancer. Wow. Alright. Was an American actor known for his roles in I Spy, The Greatest American Hero, and Columbo.
Rob Culp's the culprit. Fantastic job,
Sherlock Holmes. You get that.
Holmes. You take what's known, rediscover.
You take what's known, rediscover it, because in the beginning we already know who the murderer is, and at the end you're like, oh, this guy did it. You get it.
Less Columbo.
Less Columbo, more Columbus, because Columbus discovered America even though it was already discovered, it was inhabited, and he just claimed it as his own discovery.
More Columbus, and that glass eye was built glass.
And that glass eye would spill glass tears before you ever cracked a glass onion. Glass onion, I think, is the, Knives Out, basically, is glass onion.
Glass last years before you ever cracked a glass onion. Your entire charade is built up.
Give me a sec. Ignore that. Hope you didn't hear that. Anyway.
On lies and folk
Your entire story's built on lies and folk tales.
tales. That body seems like just
Yeah, that body seems just like another target Mr. Falk-tailed. I don't get that, but Mr. Falk is the actor of, Columbo. Fuck. Columbo.
get Mr. Folk-tailed.
Not quite, but since you play a chess match well. I am the Dark Knight and I've been following your path, L.
I like that one. I like that bar. So this is a reference to chess, of course. Since you play a chess match well, I am the Dark Knight, and I've been following your path, L, because the knights move in an L shape. It's awesome. Yeah.
We both were orphans, but through the pain I forged my way with discipline. Your mind was molded.
I just want to say this. Fight Marker he is possibly the best costume designer in rap battle history, and I will not hesitate to back that opinion up. I will die on this hill. He has some of the best goddamn costumes for heroes and villains.
Molded in a program made for gifted kids. I don't think your goal is to save the innocent. Prestige must be sugar-laced. I know your brain's addicted to it. Your ego's feasted well off Tokyo's carcass. The perfect foil to get up because you're heartless. Treating lives like they're pawns, spending all of your time watching the light. But make sure you mind the darkness. Gotham Shinigami in the darkest corners of the city, watching, preserving life and crashing any guilty party. Riddle solving, it comes with the job, so hide as Hideki L or Ryuzaki. There's no pseudonym that you're adopting which will stop me. All that effort to see light indicted, just to be written off by his sidekick. The pieces point to you from all sides. What will you do next? It's checkmate, and they're just like your heart with no moves left.
Okay.
Your path, L.
We both were orphans,
but through the pain
I forged my way with discipline. I've disciplined myself to do that.
Discipline. Your mind was
molded
in a
program made for gifted kids. I don't get that.
Made for gifted kids. I don't think your goal is to save the
innocent.
Innocent. Prestige must be sugar-laced. I know your brain's
addicted to it. I guess he's like a sugar sweet tooth. I don't know.
Addicted to it. Your ego's feasted well off Tokyo's carcass. The perfect foil to kill. Yeah,
because you're heartless. L doesn't really care about the lives being taken. He's just trying to figure out who the Death Note killer guy is and trying to get the glory, I guess. I don't know. I haven't watched Death Note in like 2 years, so.
You're heartless, treating lives like they're pawns.
Again with the chess, treating lives like they're pawns.
Spend
all your time watching the light, because he kept his eyes on Light Yagami, trying to figure out if he was the murderer or not.
Your time watching the light, but
make sure you mind the darkness, because Batman hides in the darkness.
You mind the darkness. Gotham Shinigami in the darkest corners of the city, watching, preserving life and crashing.
Gotham Shinigami. Shinigami is the demon that is Ryuk, which is who accidentally dropped the book off Heaven or Hell. I forget what it was, but he dropped the book, and Light Yagami found it.
Any guilty party, riddle solving, it comes with the job, so hide as
Hideki L or Ryuzaki. Hideki. Hideki Ryuga. Hideki I. There's two Hidekis, and I guess that, I don't know. Ryuzaki, which is L. So it's basically the same guy.
Or Ryuzaki, there's no pseudonym.
There's no pseudonym. You're adopted.
You're adopting which will stop it.
So stop
All
it.
that effort to see light in
All that effort to see light indicted
just to be written off
just to be written off
by his
by his sidekick. I'm guessing that's the girl, I think, which Ryuk is Light's sidekick, and I guess he inducted the girl. I don't remember.
sidekick. Pieces point to you from all
Pieces point from you to all
sides. What will you do
What will you do next?
next? It's checkmate, nerd.
It's checkmate, and just like your heart with no moves left, because checkmate, you can't move, the game's over. And you're just like your heart, no moves left, because the death note, if you write someone's name and you don't write a reason how they die, I think in like 5 or so minutes, they just die of a heart failure. So, yeah.
Nerd just like your heart with no moves left.
How many damaged, fragile assholes does it take to crack a murder scene? Like, don't lash out at Shaggy Man, cause it wasn't me. Red Man, Scooby can't rush to conclusions, it's important. Last time someone took shots in the dark, Bruce got off me. Boy, wonder where you would get a sidekick if the elementary doesn't let him back in. Cause I don't think you'll get away with like how you like to meddle with kids. Been let up and tricked for 83 years, and Gotham Soap has not gotten closer. No, but a better wings and a better equip. Give me one crossover, I'll drop the Joker. Every quacking Arkham flies right past you when you catch him. Like I get the bad thing, you're blinder than Velma without her glasses. He's got a shag-worthy size mansion, why are you never happy? Gang unmask him, it's Ben Affleck, Zoinks, and he's method acting. 1% and night trash your crummy villains in under minutes. Like who raised you to be such an idiot like the butler did it?
Okay.
Fragile assholes does it take
How many damaged, fragile assholes does it take to crack a murder scene? Yeah, because all of these motherfuckers got some dark backstory or whatever. And Shaggy's just kind of there trying to eat. And that's it.
to crack a murder scene? Like don't lash out at
Like, don't lash out at Shaggy,
Shaggy Man, cause it wasn't me.
because it wasn't me.
Red Man, Scooby can't rush to conclusions, it's important. Last time someone took shots at
Rush to conclusions is taking shots in the dark. It's basically the same thing. But basically taking shots in the dark also because that's where Bruce's parents got murdered. They got shot in an alleyway, a dark alleyway, because the dad was fucking stupid and decided to go down a crime-ridden alleyway. But alright.
shots in the dark, Bruce got off me. Boy, wonder where you
Boy Wonder, Batman, Boy Wonder, Superman, basically.
we get a sidekick if the elementary
The elementary doesn't let him back in because Bruce really likes recruiting kids as his sidekicks, which is weird.
doesn't let him back in. Cause I don't think you'll get away with like how you like to
Like how you like to meddle with kids. You meddling kids, like them, and of course meddling with kids because Batman's a weirdo.
meddle with kids. Been let up and tricked for
Been let up and tricked for 83 years.
83 years and Gotham Soap.
And Gotham's hope has not gotten closer. Nope, because Batman refuses to kill the fucking Joker. Jesus Christ. Yeah, like all the villains live, they don't die. Joker just keeps getting away.
Soap has not gotten closer. No, but a better wings and
No belt or bat wings, and I'm better
a
equipped.
better equip. Give me one crossover,
Give me one crossover,
I'll drop the joke.
I'll drop the Joker. That's funny because in the actual crossover he had with Batman, they beat the Joker and Penguin in the crossover. They literally did that. Both of them. Done. And he could kill the Joker if he wanted to. He's Super Saiyan. And also, I don't think Batman did anything in that crossover. If I remember correctly, him and Robin didn't do anything.
The Joker, every quacking Arkham
Every quack in Arkham, a quack and Penguin appears.
flies right past you when you catch him. Like I get the bad thing, you're blind.
You're blinder than Velma without her glasses. You get that. I'm sure you get it.
Than Velma without her glasses. He's got a shag-worthy.
Shagworthy. Shagworthy was one of Shaggy's ancestors who lended him the mansion when they passed away. So he just kind of lived in a mansion for a little while. Stop it.
Size mansion, why are you never happy? Gang unmask him.
Gang unmask him. It's Ben Affleck and Zoinks. He's method acting. I don't get that one because I'm not too into the acting stuff and whatnot.
Skim is Ben Affleck, Zoinks. He's method acting. 1% and night trash are crummy.
1% because Shaggy is really powerful. He's real powerful. And trash your crummy villain.
Villains and under minutes.
And under minutes.
Like who raised you to be such an idiot like the butler?
Alfred Pennyworth basically had to raise Batman as his own because, again, the parents were dead.
Okay, Roger, solve the murder if you're so damn smart.
Like, I don't know, man. I'm only here for the free sandwich bar.
The sandwich bar because, of course, Shaggy's favorite food is sandwiches. He really likes sandwiches. And you get that.
Pass with my pipe and my hat. I got my eyes on the facts. Stringing more notes than my violin has. This case is finally cracked. Step on the street with a baker, and I put that fire in my raps. Now that you're talking to Sherlock Holmes, there ain't a mind who can match. No, you can't handle the truth. I've seen dead bodies that bring better value than you. What do you actually do? No better than bait when you're cool as you battered and bruised. Not a hard fact to deduce. Gathering clues on some basketball hounds. See a dog that could bite her, a man to a gramble and muscle before me a Shaggy and Scoob. Hercule, I can see you in age well. No evidence relying on your fake tales. My psych is a doctor after Hastings still ain't using his brain or his grey cells. Searching for the murderer in cottages and quake tales. Terminate the prometry before they ever raise hell. Pray tell you derailed to distract the pain when your wife derailed from the track. Like Batman, all the tech that you got and helping you more than one line of coke. Under all of that stuff, you're down to the core, a regular bloke. Even L needs a force behind it. I'm solving crimes of my own. So go read about a game more renowned with
Every death that I note.
riding through in a horse-drawn carriage.
Right past Franco got caught in traffic.
A rundown car and he bagger his habits.
Sorting clues can't sort his marriage.
Monsieur Blanc is advice I'm given. Stop the villain for the crimes committed.
Cause every visit you find a victim.
And you've been bribed by slime morticians. Gathering the clues of the crime.
Each loose got a side.
On the culprit,
weapon
or
or
who's in the right. By looking how the lace in the shoe has been tied.
And the stains of the juice on his thigh.
They tumbled and fell, I assume with a fright.
But I see there's no blood or a wound in my side.
With the use of a light, see the moves of his eye. I can only conclude that this dude's still alive.
Yeah, I really love this ending. That he's just still alive and he didn't fucking die. And it took like 8 people to figure out that he was still alive.
Like, I don't know, man. I'm only here for the free sandwich bar.
It's true because no detective ever checks their fucking victim's pulse first.
Pass with my pipe and my hat. I got my eyes on the facts. Stringing more notes than my violin has. This
Stringing more notes. I believe stringing notes is like the board where you just kind of like connect clues with a pin and like a little thread or something like that. I think so.
case is finally cracked.
And also notes of a violin. Stringing notes. You get that.
Step on the street with a baker.
Step on the street with the baker. I put the fire in my wraps. Baking fire. You get that.
And I put that fire in my raps. Now that you're talking to Sherlock Holmes, there ain't a mind who can match. No, you can't handle the truth. I've seen dead bodies that bring better value than you. What do you actually do? No better than bait when your crew leaves you back.
No better than bait when your crew leaves you battered and bruised. He's talking to Shaggy and Scoob because they do just kind of leave them to be bait. They are literally the bait in every single episode, and it's fucked.
Not a hard fact to deduce.
Gathering clues on some Baskerville hounds. Baskerville is a location in Sherlock Holmes universe.
Baskerville hounds see a dog that can bite her a man.
See a dog that can bite, tear a man to a ground. But the mutts lay before me are Shaggy and Scoob. Basically saying you ain't shit.
Hercule, I can see you in age well.
Hercule, I can see you ain't aged well.
No evidence relying
on your fake tales. I guess he doesn't collect evidence? I don't know.
On your fake tales. My psych is a dog after Hastings.
My sidekicks. Oh, that's a crazy pause right there. Arthur Hastings still ain't using
his brain.
His brain.
No, his gray cells.
Or his gray cells. I don't get that.
Searching for the murderer in cottages.
Searching for the murderer in cottages and coin dwellings. Terminate a perpetrator before they ever raise hell. Pray tell you derailed to distract from the pain when your wife derailed from the track. I guess that's how she got killed. I'll look it up. How did Hercule Poirot? Did I already look this up? Train accident. Visit him from the hospital. So I did look this up. All the tech that you got ain't helping you more than one line of coke. under all that
That
stuff,
stuff you down to the core.
you're down to the core a regular bloke, because he's just a guy. He's not, he acts like he's some sort of fucking mech, but he's just literally some guy in a suit.
Or a regular bloke. Even L needs a
force
behind it.
I'm solving crimes on my own, because L is like this billionaire fucking guy. He has a lot of help. He has bodyguards. He has other people searching for light and whatnot.
Of my own, so go read about.
He is solving crimes on his own because not Hercule, fucking Sherlock Holmes. He is like the smartest guy ever.
Game more renowned with
every death that I know, because he does write down what the crimes he solved, who was killed and shit. I forget his sidekick's name. Who is Sherlock Holmes' sidekick? Watson. Sherlock and Watson. That is Watson.
That I know. Riding through an
I love this song, this dance here.
horse-drawn carriage.
Right past Frank, who got caught in traffic. People don't know who Frank is. This is Columbo. Frank Columbo.
Who got caught in traffic. Rundown car and
Rundown car is the only banger he's having. Banging on the car. The car is banging. You get that. It's gonna fucking explode and whatnot.
Baggery's having.
He's sorting clues, can't sort his marriage. That's a big one.
Sort his marriage.
Monsieur Blanc, his advice I'm giving.
Stop the villain.
The crimes committed. For the crimes committed.
Because every visit you find.
You've been bribed by sly morticians. I guess he always finds the victim first? I don't know.
Bribed by sly morticians. Gather in the clues of the crime. Who's got a side on the culprit? Or who's in the right by looking how the lace on his shoe has been tied. And the stains of the juice on his thigh.
Because Sherlock really does this in the books. He literally looks at every small fucking detail and he puts them together, and he figures out, oh, they've been at the pub, they've been drinking. This motherfucker's alive. He's not dead.
He tumbled and fell, I assume.
That he tumbled and fell.
But I see there's a blood or a wound in my side. Was it use of a light to the moves of his eye? I can only conclude that this dude's still alive.
That's good. Yeah, this was great. I really love this. This is possibly the best rap battle that Freshie has ever done. And it's hard because every single one, he one-ups himself. Like, he goes all out for the ending rap battles. I don't know if this is the end rap battle here, but, like, it's a big one. 7 minutes long. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed this. As for who won, in the actual battle, Benoit Blanc won. The actual murder, Sherlock. He fucking took it all. But anyway, the original video as well as Freshie Canal's channel will be linked in the description below. Go support them in any way you possibly can. Like, comment, subscribe to them, all that good stuff. Thank you again, Gifted ASF and That One Gamer, for the suggestion. I really appreciate it. This is peak. And if you have anything you want me to react to, go and let me know in the comment section down below. I read every single comment. That being said, bye-bye.